Welcome, everybody, back to another Tuesday evening here on the internet where we're doing Vektorcast, where we talk CDL. I'm your host, Monk's Blood, and my co host right there to my left via international satellite, national satellite, internet, via internet? There's no satellites involved, I don't think. Mr. Illing, how are you?
What are we doing here, Mike? That was one of the weirdest intros we've had in 2 years we've been doing this show. I'm very well. I'm very well, monks. Back from vacation, back in the old Ohio. This is actually the last time you will see this setup. Moving out to the end of this week.
Teaser.
So next week, it's a slightly different setup. But stay tuned for that one.
I'm excited.
I wouldn't be.
I'm excited. You getting a place by yourself or what?
Eventually, moving into temporary accommodation for the next couple of months.
Like you did last year?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, so back into the jail cells for me.
Bring on the concrete wall, baby. I miss
the concrete walls coming back.
The gulag.
And then hopefully I'll be able to find a place.
Yeah. Real estate and all that stuff is crazy around here. Apartments are
it's impossible right here. Honestly, like it's really tough in Ohio right now. Like there's nothing's happening. There's no real estate at all, basically. There's no apartments for rent.
They're not building anything?
They're building stuff, but it's like houses rather than apartments, and
that makes sense for Ohio.
Yeah.
All they build around here is luxury apartments. That's all they build in my area. Is like, how about let's get some like normal apartments for people?
Right, that people can afford.
Yeah. Affordable housing would be crazy.
Yeah, well, we do have some affordable housing in the area, but
it's booked up.
It's capped.
Yeah.
So, like, if you earn over a certain amount, you can't get in.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was a lie, like no cap.
No.
Are you capping?
It's yeah, and unfortunately, I make more.
You make too much money as a solo income household. Bachelor over here. Ladies are lining up. Holy, hey,
what I'm saying.
Hey,
but yeah, there's like housing is in a tough place right now, and everything's selling for like 20,000 more than it should.
Oh, my house is
houses worth, yeah.
Has gotten pretty nice. Well, I'm sure you're saving your money, you know. I mean, what's the game plan? You gonna throw it on a house or what?
Eventually, that's the plan.
You gonna settle down?
With this new job, it's gonna make it easier to actually work towards getting a house.
Yeah. Oh, you're making enough to like save money. That's nice.
Yeah. I'm actually making enough to save money.
That's weird.
I know.
What's that like?
I don't know.
Because actually,
now in a couple of months.
Actually, I just drink more beer. I don't save any more.
That's the thing. Like, this is the issue. I'm starting making more money, and now I'm looking at buying a brand new set of golf clubs for like $2,500.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Back it up a little bit. So, you went on a golfing trip. Took a couple. What did you take? A week? A little vacay? A week long?
It took about 6 days. Yeah. 6 days.
And now
down to South Carolina.
And you blamed it on the clubs.
I didn't blame anything on the clubs.
These clubs were bad, dude. I need some new clubs.
I'm just saying. I've had the same clubs for like 10 years now.
Okay, it's time.
So like, it's time to get some new clubs in the bag.
Yeah, for sure. It's time. Get you some new irons. They all gotta match.
Oh yeah, I'm getting TaylorMade the whole way.
Get you some little.
I'm just getting a full TaylorMade bag.
Get you a little Illing stitching on the side with the Twitch logo on there, so they know what's up. Why don't you? You should be able to stream that, right?
Stream golf?
Yeah, why not? You could throw a little thing on your bag, set it up right there, throw your phone right there. It might be a bad idea.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to want to watch me play golf. That's the issue.
I'm sure it'd be a good time. Maybe
unless they want to watch some awful golf. I mean,
maybe more for that could be good YouTube content.
Yeah, definitely. I know a couple of golf YouTubers who actually kind of pop off.
That's what I mean.
And get a lot of fucking views. So.
Oh yeah.
But they're good golfers. So.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. Probably nice little tips and tricks and stuff like that, informative videos. So how was the vacation?
It was great. It was honestly, I loved it. I love it down there in South Carolina.
South
It's
is
the first time
nice.
it's the first time I've actually been.
Pretty polite.
Very polite, very
Yeah.
relaxed.
Good
I
man.
was
Yeah,
down at
slow.
Folly. I was down at Folly Beach for a week.
Slow living.
It is not a big touristy area, which I absolutely love because
Yeah.
it's just straight vibes.
I
Um,
saw that picture of you on the beach. I'm like, there's nobody on that beach.
I was on Wednesday at the beach. It was empty.
Yeah. People
There may have been like 25 people on the beach on like a 90-degree day.
Yeah, you see like the townies walking their dog or whatever, the
Yeah,
locals. In like sweatshirts and stuff. You're like, what are you doing?
right.
It's gonna be 90 today. Bunch of leather folk out there looking like a baseball mitt. Those townies that live
Yeah,
around
it
there.
was a lot of fun. I actually, for the first time, met up with Higgs, our owner,
Yeah, I saw that.
as well as Princess.
Yeah.
Well, now Princess Higgs. I was
Yeah,
about to say
yeah.
Princess Roya,
Sure.
who's obviously his wife. Which is fun. It was nice to actually. I think that's actually the first person from Vector I've met in real life.
Yeah, that checks out.
Um,
That's awesome.
which yeah, it was kind of fun. I still don't know how I haven't met Soap. We literally live like an hour and a half away from each other.
Yeah.
I think that we'll try. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna try meet up with Soap in the summer. So
Lock it in.
mhm.
Lock something in. That's fantastic. Did you guys go have a nice lunch or something? Met up for lunch
Yeah,
or
we went. We went and had some lunch, and then went to a bar afterwards. Had a couple of drinks
a
at the
couple
beach
pops in
bars.
you? Nice, dude.
Yeah, had a couple few brews,
Couple barley pops. Love
and then
that.
I went and played golf in the afternoon.
And shot great. The drives were tremendous. Middle game wasn't that good. How was your short game that day?
Short game was great that day, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, what was ironic about what you just said. Short game and middle game were decent. It was the
Drives.
driving and the putting not good.
Oh, couldn't get out of the muck out there.
Yeah, it was.
It's a hard sport, man.
It's the most frustrating sport in the world, and I absolutely love it.
Especially if you like don't do it for a while. There's a lot of rust. I feel
Mhm.
like you can't just like do it every now and then. You have to like go out and like hit like 200 balls. Hit
Yeah,
the
I mean that
drives.
was the first time. Well, I mean only got back into golf about 2 months ago
Yeah.
after not having played for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because firstly I tore my labrum in my shoulder, and then
That's not a real thing.
COVID happened.
Labor? What? What'd you say?
My labrum.
Isn't that only in females?
No, that's
Where's my drum kick? There we go. We're here. I'm locked in, baby. What are we doing? What are we saying?
all right. Let's move on. We're talking CDL.
Perfect.
Let's
Recap.
move on. Week two qualifiers.
I didn't
We've
like a
just
lot of these
gone-
matchups. I'll be honest. It wasn't the most exciting
they were
weekend.
Honestly, yeah, it wasn't the most exciting weekend of COD. The Optic Phase game that we were hyped up saying it was going to be an awesome game wasn't that great.
No, sure, it really wasn't.
Toronto, New York was actually a good game.
Yeah.
As was Guerrilla's Paris Legion. But those are two teams that
Battle
are going
for
to
the
be towards the bottom of the pack at the end of the year, even
yeah.
though the Guerrillas did win a major. The rest of them, I mean, not that great games.
A lot of
I've
sweeps.
got to say, I am really impressed with Minnesota. Right now
They're playing well.
they're playing some excellent Call of Duty. They've really got in a groove. They're 3-0, I believe, through week 2.
Yeah, they haven't lost. They haven't lost.
Yeah, so they've got 2 games to come this weekend. But I mean, they're playing some really good Call of Duty, and I'm excited to see what they can do to try and challenge up at the top.
But they haven't really played the hardest teams.
No, they haven't.
So
I mean, obviously they played Florida this week. They played Ultra this week.
Ultra is probably the biggest.
Ultra are starting to find a little bit of form. I think Ultra are starting to get into a groove with this game.
Yeah, because they
but
beat
I mean,
New York. That was huge.
They did.
It wasn't huge, but
didn't play very well at all in I think it was the round 4 hard point where he was like 0-16 at one point.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, yeah, I think Ultra are finding their form a little bit. It's nice to see. I mean, they were a top 4 team last year.
Yeah. Yeah, they played really good
And
last
then,
year.
I mean, you've got a team that's just honestly, I just don't know how long they can continue this. The LA Thieves. I don't know how long they continue with this roster. They have to change something.
Yeah.
It is just not working.
Yeah, Seattle Surge 3-0'd them.
I mean, 3-0'd by Seattle Surge, who have not been playing that well in recent weeks. So, I mean, I just don't know where this Ultra team where this Thieves team goes. I think they have to change it somewhere.
I think I can tell you where it goes.
Well, it goes in the garbage.
Right in the
honestly.
garbage. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
They got to tighten it up. What are we doing?
If they really want to make the champs at the end of the year, they've got to change something because their team is just in capitulation right now. Boston Breach.
Hold on, what was that word?
Capitulation.
International scholars coming out. Holy smokes, chat. What is that? Well, we got a definition for that?
Capitulation is, when a team, when something explodes.
Woo! Just like my brain just did, brother. Holy smokes, what are we doing? All right, yeah, we're talking video games here, bud. Dial it back a little bit. That was for
Atlanta FaZe went 1-1 on the weekend.
that was
obviously beating Boston 3-0 pretty comfortably, and then just honestly not putting up a performance against Optic at all.
And Optic doesn't even. It's not even. They have a sub, which that
Right.
sub Prolude is looking really good. He's not looking like a sub.
Prolude's looking like he's been on that team for years.
He's dialed in. He's got a good
he's
little
playing
gunny.
very well. He has got a good gunny. I mean, the thing is, Boston lost 3-0 to FaZe, but they started off the weekend by beating the Ravens. So ups and downs for Boston this week.
Yeah.
And I mean, same can go for Florida. Beating the Gorillas, then losing to Rockya. So, I mean, there's the midfield of the CDO right now is just so close. And teams need to start getting consistent.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna miss out.
Oh yeah. Ship's gonna sail.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So I mean, that kind of sums up week 2 in a nutshell.
How many points?
We had the.
How many points you get?
So okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. So we did our predictions last Tuesday, and
I mean, I did.
We did our predictions.
I did my predictions last Tuesday.
Yep. Wait. After we did our predictions, I went to a bar. So I went down to the hotel bar, had some food, had some beer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just forgot to submit.
Put the laptop away. Boom.
I put the laptop away and forgot to submit my pick'ems.
Didn't open up that laptop again until.
So when I opened the laptop again on Saturday morning,
went to check the emails.
Went to check the emails, check the CDL scores,
see what's going on,
see how many points I got on the first day, and annoyingly, I actually do remember that first day. I would have had 9 points off that first day.
Yeah, I think you had. Florida.
I had Boston to beat Ravens.
Yeah.
I had Rocket to beat Ultra 3-2.
Yeah.
I had Boston winning 3-1, and I had Florida beating Gorillas 3-1.
I remember commenting like you had a bunch of 3-0s or something.
Yeah, I had a bunch of 3-1s and stuff in there, but I would have had 9 points. But because I didn't submit it, I don't get those points. The only points I actually got were all on that second day.
Yeah.
When I finally submitted them on the Saturday. So I got 3 points from the Subliners Legion game. I picked a 3-0 for Paris. 3-0 for New York. Sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
I obviously
you wanted the thieves. Yeah, I remember you picking your heart.
I wanted to back the Thieves. I went with my heart. Should have gone with my head.
Woo!
And then I got 2 points from the Rockya Mutineers game because I thought it would be 3-1, not 3-0. And then I thought Boston would pick up a map
Yeah.
against FaZe,
Let's
which
say you
they
get 2
didn't.
points
So I got 7 points
on the day.
on the weekend.
Woo, buddy. That's what I ended up getting week 1 was 7 points. I got
Yeah.
week 2, I got 17 big points, my friend. Huge points.
So I'm still ahead of you, even though I missed a day.
Yeah, I got 24.
Um,
24 total.
I've got 30 total
Okay.
right now.
All right.
Day 3 for me was not good prediction wise.
Day 3, I didn't get a single one right. I didn't get a
I
single point.
actually predicted Paris to beat Gorillas.
Yeah, that was coin flip though. I mean,
I don't know why I did that. And then I thought FaZe would win with Pro Luton, and Optic are just continuing to be the FaZe slayers. And then I thought that Subliners would beat Ultra, and Ultra turned up. So not the best weekend in terms of pick'ems for me. But we're gonna get back on it, and I'm gonna submit them this week. So no days off anymore.
That's it. Vacation's over, bud.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back in the mindset. Back in the zone.
So we got
All right.
Friday. Jump right in, week 3.
We start with Toronto Ultra Paris Legion.
Toronto Ultra 3-0. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same way, honestly. I'm tempted to have Paris winning a map, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think so either.
4:30, we got Florida Mutineers, Seattle Surge.
I'm gonna say Seattle Surge. It's either 3-0 or 3-1. Florida might get a map. Is where I'm standing right now, but I'm gonna do 3-0 Seattle. What are you thinking?
I'm honestly like, Florida are so inconsistent right now.
Yeah.
As are Seattle. Like, they're both just inconsistent teams.
Yeah.
I think coming off last week, obviously with the 3-0 of Thieves, I want to go with Seattle. And I'm gonna go 3-1.
For Seattle?
Seattle, yeah.
I mean, Paris. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about what I got going on. This is a true test for Minnesota right here. This next game, Minnesota, Atlanta, FaZe. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is gonna be too much for Minnesota. I'm going 3-1.
3-1. Okay, so they take
3-1
one.
on FaZe. Yep.
I mean, I was watching Optic FaZe, obviously, and they weren't FaZe. They just weren't looking good. I don't know what it is. They even
So
had
here's
a
what I'll
sub.
say. I think FaZe, Optic is FaZe's bogey team. I just don't think they know how to play them.
Yeah.
I think most of the other teams in the CDL FaZe know how to play. Optic
Okay.
is just not one of them.
Huh. Yeah. Okay. That being said, I think this might be the best game. This best matchup of the weekend. I'm gonna go 3-2.
I think it's gonna be 3-1, but I don't think it's gonna be a clean 3-1. I think it's gonna be close games.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 3-2.
I think Rock will pick up the S&D. I think FaZe will win hard point, the control and the hard point.
Yeah. Okay. Probably go Vutu control. They're nuts.
Could be
on
a
that
Berlin.
map.
Could be a Berlin control if Rocket do what they should do, which realistically is veto.
Yeah, veto it out.
Vutu.
Veto it out. And that's all they got Friday. Light day, light work.
Yeah. 3 on the Friday, then we got 4 games on the Saturday. So we start with a 3-0 for Atlanta FaZe against the LA Gorillas.
Yep. And then they're done for the weekend.
And that's them done for Stage 3.
Yeah.
Major 3. Until obviously the major. So obviously this is the last weekend of qualifiers before we go into Major 3.
So when is that? June? First weekend.
So that is going to be first weekend of June, yes.
To get this thing, they don't even have it up. What are we doing here?
Well, it's because they don't have the brackets ready. They won't have the brackets till after this weekend.
That's true.
What are you talking about, Mike?
I need to
Think
tighten up.
about this stuff.
Holy
All right,
smokes!
4:30 game. We have Toronto Ultra versus the London Royal Ravens.
London Royal Ravens, North Carolina team. Via London. Toronto Ultra. You think they're finding their form? Playing tough.
I do think they're starting to find their form, but I still think they're one of the most inconsistent teams in the league.
I remember Major 2. You had a lot to say about Toronto just being just like a mediocre team, just like in
I
there.
said they were the most mid team in the league.
Mid, yeah. They were not. They're not flashy. They're not showing you anything. You know, they're just competing.
They were just there.
Yeah, they're just there. I mean, they're like the cheeseburger on the menu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always there.
Yeah.
It's always there. You just it's always an option.
Yeah, it's always an
But
option.
it's never one you really go for.
Yeah. You're at a steakhouse, you're like, there's a cheeseburger. We can get a cheeseburger anywhere.
Oh, yeah. If I'm at a steakhouse, what are we doing? I'm getting a ribeye. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm taking optic, you know?
Yeah, I'm taking phase. We're getting a prime rib. I think they win this. I think it's 3-0. I think the Royal
You
Ravens
think they beat London
are
3-0?
not. I don't know what they're doing. There's
Yeah, I think London is in a weird place right now. Obviously they lost against Thieves to open up this stage.
this stage, yep.
They then
Barely beat Paris.
they lost against Boston. They only just beat
They squeaked by Paris on week 1.
yeah, and they only just beat Paris on week 1. So I mean, they haven't been in great form. They've kind of since Major 1 kind of dropped off being that top 4 team they were in Major 1. And honestly, I'm going to agree with you. I think it is going to be Toronto Ultra, but I'm going to go 3-1. I think London picks up a map.
Okay. Well
Hey,
said.
6 o'clock. We've got Boston Breach versus the Los Angeles Thieves.
La Thieves.
So this is actually a really tough one for me.
What's so tough? I think it's pretty
because
easy.
Boston aren't in good form.
I think they're gonna. I think they're all right.
They're not in great form, but if no roster change happens for the Thieves, I can't see the Thieves winning. I'm going 3-1 Boston.
Okay. I was gonna do 3-0 Boston, but I mean, you are right. Boston is not playing their best right now. I don't know if it was just the break. I don't know what's going on. But maybe they'll figure it out. Hopefully they'll figure it out before Saturday at 6 o'clock. And 3-0 them. That's what I'm thinking. You think?
I mean,
you could be a roster change before then.
I don't think they will. I think if they're gonna do a roster change, it's if they lose both games this weekend.
Okay.
Because then they'll be 1-4.
Well, they're gonna lose one of them. They're gonna lose that Sunday game.
They're losing against Optic on Sunday, 100%.
Yeah.
If they don't win one of these games this weekend, there's a roster change on the horizon. 100%.
You think if they get 6-0'd?
They get 6-0 this weekend, it has to happen. Like, I mean, this is the thing. From what they're saying on Twitter, like the LA Thieves players themselves, is like during practice they're destroying teams. During scrims and everything, they are destroying teams, but they, for some reason, are just not translating it into actual like Call of Duty games, into league games. They're just not translating that.
Huh.
So I don't know what it is that they're doing in scrims that they're not doing on the live stage.
Interesting.
But I mean, I don't see the Thieves winning against Boston. I think Boston, they're not playing the best, but they'll play well enough to get through the Thieves, I think.
Yeah. And I mean that's what you gotta focus for the next game. The game at hand. I think the next one's gonna be a pretty good matchup.
Optic, New York.
I think so. I think it's gonna be closer than we think. I think.
No, I'm going 3-0.
I think New York's gonna show up. I think they're gonna play well. I think it's gonna be. I mean, I still think Optic's gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than we anticipate. So I'm gonna go 3-2. 3-2 Optic takes that.
3-0 Optic. Okay, moving on to the last day of the qualifiers for Major 3, which is going to be hosted in Toronto. Um, we have the London Royal Ravens against Seattle Surge.
Do you think some of the people don't have passports and someone's not going to travel? We're going to be able to travel to Canada.
What, the CDL players?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wasn't there like a travel issue like last year? I remember.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Ah. All right. um. So back at it. London versus Surge. You think London's going to straighten it out? Straighten the ship?
No.
3-0?
No, 3-1. 3-1 Seattle.
3-1. So that's a good
I
weekend.
got a lot of 3-1s this weekend.
That's a good weekend for Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle. I think they're really gonna come off that win, and gonna be really kind of
Vibing?
vibing.
Me
Yeah.
vibed up. I mean, I had him 3-0 in London. But I mean,
Hey, if you had them 3-0 in them, stick with the 3-0 monks.
yeah, but I need to.
Don't change your mind just because of what I'm saying.
I know. But
The whole point is we're not meant to have the
I
same
need
predictions.
I need to gain 6 points, so we're being tied at the end of this, going into the major. That's my goal.
Where we all know the bracket's chalked.
We all know the pick'ems are chalked. Okay, yeah, I'm 3-0, so I could potentially gain a point there because you got them what 3-1. You have a lot of 3-1s. I have a lot of 3-0s. We're gonna see what happens.
All right, the 4:30 game. We got Boston Breach, Florida Mutineers.
This could be Florida. Do you think Florida could take this one?
No,
You're saying Florida's playing pretty good though.
I mean, they're not playing badly. I mean, they lost 3-1 to Rocker. They beat Gorillas 3-1, who, like I said, are in free fall.
Yeah,
Since winning.
that roller coaster is going down.
Yeah, it's
Is what's his name's like? All right, I won a major. I'm good. I'm I'm ready. I'm happy.
I mean, honestly, I mean, like, this is the thing. Before Major 2, the Gorillas weren't good.
Yeah. Was this a? I mean, maybe
And it was a freak weekend where the Gorillas just went off. And it's all come crumbling back down now. I mean, I think people were trying to blame Spart for it, but it's not Spart. It's the whole team. They're
yeah.
just
Can't blame him
like
for it. Well, I mean, they only won with him.
he's not. Yeah, and they're not even playing. He's not even playing anymore.
Not even playing.
I mean, Gunless is back, and they're back to losing. I mean, like
back to normal. Everything's back the way it was.
back to how it should be.
That's right.
The Gorillas being shit. But anyway, I'm going 3-0 Boston here.
I think I'm gonna go 3-1. I think Florida's grab a game.
All right, and then we go into the final game of the weekend, which is the easiest 3-0 of the weekend for me.
Yeah, and your heart's not in that one at all, huh? Not even gonna give him one.
Nah, I can't go with my heart anymore. I'm not doing it. I made my mistakes. I made my mistakes last weekend. I went with my heart, and it came back to absolutely break my heart.
Yeah. So now, the top right there, you want to hit that button that says save prediction.
Yeah, I've already done that actually. I made sure I did that.
Perfect. All right. Pick'em's in the books.
Pick'em's in the books.
Did they do a week off and then they go to it, or is it going to be the following weekend? You think?
Let me just check this. No, it's June 2nd to June 5th, so it is next weekend. Is Major 3. And then we do have a couple of weeks in between Major 3 and the start of Major 4, where we're probably going to see another Warzone event. We will probably see the All-Star game. Yeah, there'll be a couple of things they'll do in those 3 weeks between those events.
And my rank, I was just checking out the leaderboard, and it's not good.
It's not good. Overall rank.
My
The Major 3, or
I'm just looking at them all. Yeah, Major 3 is not looking the best.
I mean, for me, I'm 324th in Major 3.
Dang, dude.
And that was before. I don't think it's actually counted week 2 in there.
Yeah, because I mean, it's
So that was
just
that was after week 1. I was 324th. So I'm gonna be way down there.
yeah,
Um,
they're getting 30.
way down there now.
They're getting 30 points a game, like 30 points a weekend. These guys,
Right.
they're locked in.
I mean, you got one guy who's got 34 points,
Yeah,
just in that first week. So
it's already beaten us. Oof.
yeah, that's already
Yowzers.
beating what I got in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Um,
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really heard what is going to be going on during that break after Major 3. We don't know if we're going to have another Warzone tournament. I know that the All-Star event will happen. Um, they used to do that mid-season. I know they pushed that back just because they wanted to give more time for the players to really stand out, who should be in that All-Star game. So. It'll be an exciting one for sure. The All-Star game is always a bit of fun, and a bit of rivalry involved. So, um, I expect we're going to see pretty much the whole of Optic in there. We're probably going to see a lot of phase players as well. And then we're going to see players. I mean, I'd love to see Spart involved, although he probably won't be. Let him un-GA the Volk for a weekend. Just let him
yeah.
go at it.
I don't know what the deal is with that. That's tough.
I mean, I understand why it was GA'd.
Why? So why don't they just balance the gun on their end?
Because like I said, this isn't the Call of Duty League isn't actually run by Activision or Treyarch or anyone. Like it's an external thing.
Oh,
It's
it's
not
its
actually
own
run
thing.
by Call of Duty. So although like they work very closely with Activision and everything like that, the Call of Duty League is actually a separate entity.
That's kind of smart. That's good. That's just good business.
Mhm.
That's like Coca-Cola doesn't even have like a different part of their business that does all the deliveries for Coca-Cola. Little
Yeah.
inside delivery baseball for you guys. Just big business. Right there on invoices paying themselves. I'm trying to get on that level. Trying to get on that level.
It's the level you want to be at. You're paying yourself.
Paying yourself. Love that. Um, what else you got, my guy? What's coming down the pipeline?
Um, I mean, honestly, we're starting to we got to the well, well past the midway stage of the Call of Duty season now. Obviously, I think everyone's looking forward to the champs announcement and where that is going to be played this year. I think everyone's hoping it's going to be in London.
I don't know about
Because
that.
well, maybe not everyone, but I'm telling you, the EU fans are definitely
Yeah,
hoping it's going to be in London because if it is in London, I'm telling you, it is going to be a wild event. I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. I think the Call of Duty League hasn't been over to the UK in a couple of years now. Um, and I think it's time. I really do. I think it's time to head back over there and
for sure.
see what the
It
UK
should.
fans think of Vanguard.
I think
Um,
I like that because I watched a couple streams and stuff like that, and the way the EU plays like Vanguard or any battle royales is way more strategic than the NA. It's a slower pace, sweatier. They're actually like thinking about things, not just we're
it's
dropping
definitely
peak.
sweatier. Like I find it hilarious how like whenever I was back in the UK over COVID, I'd always play on NA servers because I didn't want to play on EU servers. But one night my buddy was just like, "Well, let's jump in on EU servers, see what they're about." And I was just like, "Are you sure about this? You wanted to jump in on EU servers at 3 a.m. Are you sure?"
Is that where that's when
Uh,
they're at?
that was the time where I was playing, because it was COVID. I wasn't working, wasn't
Oh
doing
yeah, you
anything. So
were really
So it was just like, all right, well, we'll
Your
try
sleep
it,
schedule is
and
all messed up.
they were like, yeah, we're never doing this ever again.
I wonder what that is. You think they just take gaming a little more seriously than an A? Is it? What do you think it is? You think there's more to it?
I had something I was gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it because I'll
Oh,
probably
you
get
think we're
fucking
just
cancelled.
trash,
But
huh? You just think
I was just
NA
gonna
is
say
just
Americans is just stupid.
yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, we like to have a good time.
No, I think that the EU scene is a lot more. Um, People who are gaming in the EU are more gamers. I think
Because you think
in
it's
the
more
US you
expensive,
have a
right?
lot of casual. You have a lot of casual gamers.
Yeah, ton of casual
Um,
gamers.
and in EU that yeah you still have casual gamers, but there is a lot more emphasis on competitive gaming in the EU.
Yeah,
And even though it may not translate in the prize pools and things like that, obviously the NA tournaments tend to have much bigger prize pools than EU tournaments. Um,
that's probably just
I,
more
th-
sponsorships and stuff
I
like
think
that.
that's what it is. It's the sponsorships that you get from the US.
Yeah,
These big companies that want to get their names out there
sure.
to gamers um and I mean that's why the top gaming scene,
Yeah,
tournament gaming scene, is predominantly US based. It's just because of the amount of money that you can get from the US, whereas in the UK there's a lot more, there's a lot less emphasis on that. But there are I mean, some of the best players in the world are from the UK, especially when it comes to Warzone, and other battle royales. I mean, you look at someone like Tommy, who is I think he's still the highest earning,
on
or
Caldera.
second highest. Well, I know he's the second highest on Caldera,
Yeah,
behind Almond,
his teammate.
his teammate. And then I
I'm
think
sure
he
Noobs is pretty high up there too.
overall I think he's number one or two. I can't remember if he's gone above Aiden now. Um,
And Aiden on Verdansk. Woo!
Aiden on Verdansk was different, but I
Different,
mean,
dude. It was
Tommy
crazy.
on Verdansk was fucking crazy as well. Like, I remember that the trios tournaments they used to have, where it was Tommy, Almond, and Noobs running around, and they were always in the top five. Like, didn't
Yeah.
matter. Every single tournament. They are the most consistent trio in the world, probably.
So I saw that, like, I don't know how true this was or it was just a meme, but they said, like, uh, Warzone's down, like, 50 million players or something stupid.
Yep.
Like,
No, it's true.
in, like, the whole game compared to Verdansk.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
So here's what I'll say to that. I think that obviously Verdansk had a huge player base because of COVID, because everyone was at home.
Sure.
And because no one was really working, all they were doing was just jumping on and playing with their mates on Warzone.
Yeah.
Like Warzone had that huge, like the timing that Warzone came out was perfect for it. And even the developers have said that if Warzone didn't come out at the time it did, it would never have been as big as it was.
You think.
And that wasn't something they did on purpose.
What do you mean?
That was just like they brought out Warzone, and then like a couple of weeks later, COVID fucking.
So you're saying Activision started COVID? Is that what you're saying right now?
Okay, stop with the conspiracy shit,
Is
man.
that
Like,
what
come
you're
on.
saying?
No, I'm not
Holy
saying that.
smokes, dude. That's crazy
I mean,
talk.
it wouldn't surprise me, but you know,
All right, I'm the one who said it. You're
yeah,
telling me right now.
you'll be having a mail in the check soon, getting sued by Activision for defamation.
No, we're just joking. This is all for comedic purposes. It's all an act. I'm acting right now. What
But
are we
I mean,
doing?
in seriousness though, like the developers have said they never expected Warzone to ever be as big as it was. They hadn't planned for Warzone to even go past a year. And the fact is, like, they just weren't ready for it. Now with Warzone 2, that's gonna be a very different story. They're very ready for what they want to do. They're gonna implement it properly. It means we're gonna have a smaller game size. Um, we're gonna have more rotations of maps.
Yes.
That's what they want to do. So There's gonna be a lot more emphasis on actual like having a consistent battle royale that has longevity over a battle royale that was only meant to last a year.
Yeah, I mean, like, how long has Fortnite been out for?
Fortnite's been out for what, 7 years now?
I don't know.
8 years probably.
Probably do a quick Google on it.
I want to say 2017. Fortnite came out.
But like
2016, 2017.
that game's been out for a while, and it's still very popular right now.
Oh, it is, and that's the thing. They designed a game which had a concept of evolving.
Oh,
It
it's
had
not
an evolution to it.
not that old at all.
How old is it? Is it 2017,
Ah,
2018?
yeah, 2017. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but they designed a game that was evolving. Like it was always going to evolve. It was always going to change.
That's what you
Meta
got
was
to
going to
do.
change. The guns were going to change. The map was
Yeah.
going to change. They had an idea of building a battle royale that was going to last.
Yeah.
Call of Duty built a battle royale that they wanted for a bit of fun for a year, and then people would move on to the next battle royale and their next game.
Well, that's what Call of Duty does. We make a game every year.
Exactly.
Because
But now with the change that is coming with Call of Duty,
that was the model.
they have to now build for the future and build something that's going to keep evolving, something that's going to keep changing, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So you're saying
I'm honestly like I'm so looking. Stop it. I'm so looking forward to Warzone 2 to drop because I think it's gonna make playing Call of Duty fun again.
Yeah.
Rather than the sweat fest that it is now.
So you're saying they have to make a good game? Is what you're saying? They're not used to just ones and dones anymore. They're like, oh, we have to try now.
They actually have to try and make a good game because otherwise, no one's gonna play the game.
They're like, oh,
Like
Apex is killing it right now. Yeah, this year.
They've realized it this year
Like, man,
with how low the player numbers have been for Warzone, with how low player numbers have been for Vanguard. They've realized that they have to do something they have to make a good game or no one will play their game.
it's great. I mean, yeah, I think maybe their fans are probably wising up now. Because year after year, I mean, I stopped playing Call of Duty for a long period of my time.
As did I, yeah.
Yeah, we all switched over to Battlefield. Great game.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
I like Battlefield.
Battlefield 3.
What was it?
Woo!
Battlefield 3, Battlefield 1.
Woo, buddy.
Even Battlefield 2, like great, like that was the great thing. The great thing about Battlefield is like, yeah, it was kind of same, but like the maps were so big.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Like it was just exploring. Fun. You could just run around and just like use different attachments and just try random shit.
Yeah,
like it was a fun game to play, and the campaigns they had were brilliant.
Yeah, they did a really good job. They kind of I don't know if they just rushed it or what.
They just completely destroyed that franchise with Battlefield 2042. Honestly, like they will have to do a lot to save Battlefield as a franchise now. Going on in the future. Yeah.
But I mean, they're not one and done.
They have no, I know, but they have under 100,000 players in the world playing that game.
Oy vey.
Like that's a flop.
Yeah.
And the game's only been out like 3 months.
Oof. Yeah, it has
not been out a little bit longer than that. It came out in November. So
it's not been out
even still 6 months. 6 months it's been out. And it's just gone. Like no one plays it. They released it completely full of bugs. It was bad. Like I mean, they should have held off the release of that. They really should have.
Yeah.
They should have pushed it back and actually made the game whole before releasing it.
There we go. Finally. Speaking of, I was just trying to log into the Origin so I could update Apex. You know, our buddy loves
Apex.
Our buddy loves Apex. When was the last time you played with him? Have you played any games with him?
No.
He'll always shim on Discord and be like, hey, you want to try Apex again? Apex has changed a lot since I played it when it first came out.
I'm not. It's not my kind of game.
Yeah. I think Fortnite no build is kind of fun. I played a little bit of it last Tuesday after the pod, uh, and I had some fun with it. It was kind of fun. But there's just like so much stuff I don't know. You know,
Right.
that's when it is when you start a game. You're like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I mean, that's how I was when I started playing Val.
Yeah, I bet that's
When I
a
started
tough
playing
learning
Valorant, it
curve.
was just like
What am I
the
doing?
learning curve in Valorant is ridiculous. And then I kind of I got
And you're doing mouse and
okay at it,
key.
and it was the first time I'd ever played on mouse and key, so it was a whole different thing for me.
It is
But
not an easy thing to learn.
and then I got into I kind of got okay at it, but I honestly kind of got bored of it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably pretty easy to get bored with that.
And I think it was just because I wasn't seeing the progression that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And like it was just I like to be at least decent at games,
Yeah, it's kind of
and
stinks just
uh,
loading in and losing, just getting your
well,
butt
that's the thing
kicked.
is like you see so many Smurf accounts on there now that um
Sure.
like they're
Yeah.
actually like gold or above.
Yeah.
But they've got
Dumpstering
because they want to
kids.
play with their friends,
Yeah.
they've got like an iron account,
Yeah.
but they get like 35 kills
They're like,
and they're like
oh.
iron 3, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be like you shouldn't be in my game.
Yeah. That's what's
So it kind of just got frustrating for me, and like um I needed a new game to play.
yeah, that's what my buddy was saying about Apex because they reset the season, but you start at the bottom, no matter how
Yeah.
good you are in Apex, which I think there should be like placement games or something, or just start them lower than last season. I don't know, because they want you to play the game. They want you to load in and play all season. So I kind of get that, but it stinks when somebody's like Predator or whatever, the highest, like very elite Apex player, and you're playing,
Oh,
they're grinding through silver right now, and you're just getting dumpstered on by.
I mean, it's Vanguard did the same thing.
Yeah.
Vanguard completely reset it.
Yeah.
So you literally, and you had CDL players who were placing like in elite.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
in
hold on,
Vanguard?
I finished in elite last season. Why are CDL players now in there? Like that
Yeah.
doesn't, you know,
That's not
it's
fun.
just it's just like I'm not gonna. What's the point? What is the point?
That's not fun for me.
What's the point in grinding over a season if at the new season you have to start all over again? Like that's just not fun for me. I'd rather like with a Valorant does a very good job of their system, whereas like your placement games are to see if you should stay in that exact rank.
Yeah.
So if you play decent enough, you'll stay in the exact rank. If you play a lot better, you might go up one rank. Not like a full like from
Yeah. Yeah.
iron
Yeah.
to bronze, but like from like maybe like iron 2 to iron 1, like things like that. So um and then if you play really badly, you'll go down one. So it's just like their placement systems are based around this like the same elo
Yeah. As it should be.
you're in, and that's how it should be. Because what's the point of going and doing a full season, getting? I know some players got top 250 in the world, and then they got placed in advanced.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Like it that for me, a game like that kills the grind, because it's just like,
Yeah.
well, what's the point in grinding if I'm not going to be able to like I have to grind all over again to get back to where I was.
I mean, that is definitely
Like
what traditional games have done. You know?
okay, so here's what I say. I don't think maybe it should be exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Say if you're a
It's just like
top
one tier
250
down.
player or you're a challenger player, just drop down one.
Yeah. Just drop
Like
that one. Yeah.
at like a max,
Yeah.
because I think like you get the players who should be in challenges from the off, because like players who are in the CDL, they should start in challenges.
Yeah.
Like why aren't they? Like they're the
Yeah.
best players in the world for a reason.
Yeah.
Put them in the top elo.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like make them grind to stay there rather than having to grind back to where they already were.
Yeah. Do you think we should do way too early predictions for Warzone 2? Will there be a ranked mode? Or some sort of ranking?
I believe yes, there will.
I mean, why wouldn't there be? noticing.
I think they kind of have already announced that there will be one. The devs, when they were speaking with TP, kind of announced there would be a ranked mode, and a more casual play mode.
Yeah, but they also say things to TP, and TP says things to him, and then nothing really happens about it.
Right. I mean, he has mentioned the Bren a couple of times. To which the dev jokingly replied, "What's wrong with the Bren?" And this was the head dev, by the way. Like TV was kind of saying that there must be one of the dev team who just loves using the Bren and has like a 10.0 KD with it, which is probably true. But I mean, I'm excited for Warzone 2. I think there's a lot going to come from it. I think we're going to see a more regular map rotation. I think we're going to just honestly see a good game, hopefully. Now, obviously, there's a lot to take into consideration, game size, everything like that. Will we be able to do what? Will they be able to do what they want to do inside the parameters of game size?
So I
Because
wonder what it like. So PUBG, they have multiple maps in rotation. And the game size is still not very big. Like they need to take. Maybe there's just too much stuff in Call of Duty. That's why they have to build a whole new game essentially for this Warzone 2.
There is. I mean, you think about it. You've got inside of Modern Warfare, which is the game where Warzone is.
You got the multiplayer storyline.
You have campaign, multiplayer, Spec Ops, and Warzone.
Did anybody play Spec Ops?
No.
So? Remember those like challenge things? What was that? Was that Spec Ops?
Yeah.
We had to like hop from place to place or whatever in like a time. That's what that was?
I think so, yeah. So not only do they have 4 game modes in there, you got to think inside of Call of Duty Warzone, you have to have every single gun downloaded onto Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So you've got to have every single Modern Warfare gun, every single Cold War gun, every single Vanguard gun, all on Modern Warfare. You've got to have all the trophies, all the like equipment in there.
Yeah.
You've got to have everything. Then you've got to think about the size of the map.
Huge.
And how the graphics that it takes to build a map like that.
And it looks good. The map looks great
it
right
does.
now.
Like Caldera does not look bad. I mean,
I think it looks very good.
Fuck off. But
have you played it since New Peak?
Yeah, I have.
Nice.
I mean, I don't mind.
I mean, it's no Superstore.
I miss Superstore.
It's no Superstore.
I miss Superstore. I don't miss downtown.
I miss Promenade.
I know you miss Promenade West.
Promenade, baby.
I know you miss Promenade
Dropping
West.
on that electric building, and that's what we're doing. That's it.
I miss Riverfront.
What was that train station right there? Yeah, train right next there.
Train.
Prom.
I hated fighting in train. I'll be honest.
Train's tough.
Yeah, I hated fighting in train. But
somebody's always on that roof.
You know, you got Old Faithful. You know, that Old Faithful building that we always used to drop on. You got Millie Base. It was just a great map. It was a great map.
Stadium. I like how they changed Stadium 3 times.
The evolution of Stadium was good.
Yeah.
I like that how they kept on changing it, making it slightly different.
Yeah.
Obviously, like right at the start when you could only get up there with a helicopter.
Yeah,
you had people sitting there with snipers the whole game.
You throw your load out and it goes up top and you go, oh, well, there goes $10,000. There goes 10K. Sorry, guys.
And 10K down the bin.
Yeah. Unless we can find a helicopter. Is there any helicopters around?
That was the thing. Everyone, like, you throw it on the roof and everyone starts looking for helis across the map.
Yeah, where is it? You got the team sitting at prison.
The money was so sparse that you couldn't buy 2 loadouts in a game.
It was tough, yeah. Looting in Verdansk, early Verdansk was a lot harder.
Yeah, it was. And I liked that. I liked it that there was, because it meant you could play with ground loot a lot longer.
Yeah.
And then obviously at the end of the first zone is when loadout came in. So then you had the time to play with the ground loot and actually like work with it. And then even if you got really unlucky, not only did you throw your loadout on top of Stadium, but your other loadout landed on top of Stadium as well.
Classic.
I think that happened a couple of times.
Classic.
But I mean, like Old Verdansk, as much as people got bored of it, that map has so much nostalgia around it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
with
I
with
warned people. I was like, this new map, who knows what it's gonna be like? We're gonna.
I
You remember
look,
saying it too. I was like, remember this
I was
because
excited. Don't get me wrong. I was excited when they announced that we were getting a new map and everything like that. I was excited because we'd played on Verdansk for 2 years,
yeah,
and for me that was a long time to play one single map.
yeah.
Because you knew it, I knew every single little hop up, every like little spot you could get in and things like that. Like I knew Verdansk like the back of my hand. Um, but it was like we got to Caldera, and immediately I was just like, "This isn't it.
They-
This just isn't it. This isn't the map that I thought we were gonna get. Like, there's too many hills.
yeah, there was a lot
It's
of that
just
fighting. A lot of
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just up and down fighting, and it just felt like you were running uphill. It still
yeah.
does feel like you're running uphill. I would I think we said it last week. I would have loved to have seen the redeploy balloons
Off the rip.
in Verdansk.
Oh yeah, that would be
Um,
cool.
I think that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Um, would have made it a lot easier to travel around the map
So
quicker.
I was thinking about that. I was like, well, maybe but they wouldn't be able to do it. Like on Warzone 2, somehow have like a Verdansk rotation. Because it's different
They would
file
have to
size.
they would have to rework the map to lower the size of it.
Yeah.
I think what we could see when it comes to when it comes to Warzone 2 is we are going to see smaller game size in terms of player numbers. And I mean take it down to 100. No, you don't need 150, 200 players on a map. You just don't.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, that's gonna make a lot of the tournaments a lot harder. The 2v2s.
It is going
It's gonna be a lot more
yes
different
and no.
strats.
Like it's going to make the strategy change,
Yeah.
which I don't think is a bad thing.
I don't think it's bad at all.
I think that, I mean, if you remember back in the day, Verdansk started with 100 players on the map.
And then they bumped it up.
When Verdansk first released, it was 100, and people were complaining because the map was too big for just 100 players.
Yeah.
That's why it got bumped to 150.
Yeah, Verdansk was.
And then we had a couple of weeks where it was 200
Yeah, I remember
on
that.
the map,
I remember that.
and that was just carnage. It was just like it were people everywhere.
That's tough. But when it was like 100, you could just drop in prison and be like, all right.
Yeah, was set up for the rest
We're
of the
good.
day.
Loot up, boys. We killed the other
Yeah.
team here. Let's just kill the guys out of the air. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
I mean,
done,
Verdansk were good times. They were good times. I do miss Verdansk in a lot of ways. And I hope one day we will see some kind of Verdansk come back.
Isn't it on mobile?
It they have announced that Verdansk will be returning in some capacity.
Yeah.
Which basically means on mobile, yeah.
That's weird. I've never
Um,
played. Never played Call of Duty on mobile.
I haven't either. And I don't plan to, even if Verdansk is on there. I don't really plan to do that.
My FOV
but,
sounds
I mean,
crazy.
Look, right.
What's FOV on there?
I prefer having 110, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just want. I'd love to. I've said this many times. Would you please just give us one last go in Verdansk before we leave?
What if they do that
Warzone.
last season, Verdansk?
I would love it. I would love it.
Before they
Just
release,
bring it back for one season.
Before they bring back,
Yeah, bring back old
Season
school
2.
Verdansk with the open stadium.
Yeah.
Like when they open up stadium roof, give us that Verdansk.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I'm
Like,
fine with the last edition.
A couple of the new stuff in there. But no, I don't want us to go back to 63 or whatever. Verdansk 64 or whatever it was.
Oh, when downtown was
I wanna go to
all
Yeah, I want to go back to
before
the
Nakatomi.
original Verdansk, before Nakatomi.
Yeah.
Like original season, like around season 4 of first year Verdansk.
Kilo.
That's what I want.
MP5.
Kilo MP5 meta. Just
feels good. Just felt good. Oh man, you got anything else? Where can they find you?
I don't think I've got anything else today. I think that's
That's
me
it.
done. Me
That was
done
a good
ruining my voice.
trip down a memory lane. My
It
God.
was. Could bring us back for dance, please. Please, Call of Duty. All right. Anyway, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube at Illing96.
That's it. You can be streaming after this?
I will be streaming. I'll be playing some FIFA
Go over
as
there,
I have
check.
been. Um,
You got a season going?
yeah, I'm doing a player career mode currently, where I started in the MLS at my local club, Columbus Crew. And then
You a star?
I worked my way over to Europe.
Okay.
Um, after being the top goal scorer in the MLS in half a season, where I scored like 36 goals, because the MLS is a farmers league. Moved my way over to Europe. Played in Germany for a year and a half. But I had a half a season loan spell in the Premier League at Brighton. Um,
Look at you
then
go.
transferred to got my big money move to Manchester City,
Oh,
where I played for a season at Man City, won the league,
my
and then
goodness.
from out of position as well, playing as a right wing instead of a striker, and then the just recently,
No big deal.
just recently made another big money move to Real Madrid. So I'm
Woo!
playing
That's
right at the
where he,
top of La Liga
that's
right
where he
now.
goes
So
to die, folks, and then he'll be back across to the NA playing for a
I'll
team.
retire in the NA and then become a manager.
That's
We'll see
it.
what happens
That's
there.
it. Perfect. Perfect. You can find me monks_blood. I will be streaming on Twitch. I'm probably gonna play some COD, dude. Play some solos, some BR solos. I'm having fun with it. Trying to win games.
Yep.
Playing them real slow. Actually, Iron killed me the other morning.
As always, you play real slow, real campy.
How funny is that Iron killed me
Sit in windows.
the other morning?
He did?
Yeah. I got some good shots on him, but he got me.
He sniped you?
He was flying in. He actually third-partied me, if I want to be completely honest.
Oh, okay.
I had a bounty over here. I saw somebody flying in, got a couple shots before he landed, and then he had a pretty nasty heady on me. I think he stunned me. He might have stunned. No, he snapshotted me or something. But I wasn't too happy about it. But I watched him for a little while, and I was like, "Oh shit, is that Iron?" It's like, yeah, it is. So that was fun. You know, got a couple restocks, run some claymores, get some strategies from the kid. See what we got going on. But we'll tune in next week. We'll see you then.
Yeah, we're gonna be running down Major 3. So join us next weekend. Have a great one, guys.
Love you all. Peace.